All right, excuse me, crack my back. But let's talk about Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. I was listening to Two Tone. What is it? The Star, Superstar. No offense. Shout out to I think he from Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix, bro. Listen to him on Twitter, and he made a good point. He said that he want to see this version of the of Ryan Garcia that fought Oscar Duarte against Gervonta Davis. Now, let's talk about it. Is there a difference between this version of Gervonta Davis and the version that he fought versus Oscar Duarte? Now, um, yeah, I think you could say there is a difference. I mean, obviously, they fought at a catch weight, uh, so you could say that. And well, they fought at a catch weight for this fight. Ryan Garcia blew off 140 pounds. He blew off 140-pound agreed weight to go to 143, and that just means he lazy. And that's one thing that Gervonta Davis pointed out with him not wanting to make the catch weight is that Ryan Garcia was being lazy. All right. But when you open yourself up and you put all these shackles on the guy, you tell him that he can't take a fight to stay busy. You tell him that you got to make 136, but you fought at 140 pounds. When then you put a rehydration clause on him, this is why people don't like Tank. My thing is, what you need all them advantages for versus Ryan Garcia? That's my question. What you need all them advantages for versus Ryan Garcia? And that's why I really didn't respect it. I don't think he needed all those advantages versus Ryan Garcia to beat him. Then Ryan said he had a rib injury and all this type stuff. Like, okay. Then, Tank just said, I did a video where Tank said Ryan be done in a couple years of boxing. He not committed, blase this, blase that. If y'all knew that he wasn't committed or he wasn't 10 toes down on this shit, then why did you need all those advantages to beat him? See, had you beat him fair and square, y'all fought at 140 because y'all wasn't fighting at a belt for a belt. You fought him at 40, you let him rehydrate to what he wanted to rehydrate to. This wouldn't be no question. Now maybe they put those things in the contract because they wanted to build up for a rematch, and they knew Ryan Garcia was gonna have a tough time. They was gonna have a tough time selling a rematch. But what Gervonta Davis ended up doing, I didn't really respect it. Not versus anybody. I mean, you ain't had one step up fight in your career for real since you fought Jose Pedraza. You didn't have one step up fight yet. So how do you turn around and you justify putting shackles on a prospect? Because that's what Ryan Garcia is. He's a glorified prospect. You know what I'm saying? How do you, justify that? You know? So naturally, he wasn't comfortable at the weight. So what does he look like when he can eat what he want to eat, make the weight, rehydrate, eat what he want to eat when he rehydrate? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like? So obviously, it'll be a different version. Obviously, they was worried that Tank gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta do all that, verse. If you gotta do all that verse, Ryan Garcia won. We know that's you ain't gonna never fight nobody. We know you ain't gonna never fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? We know you ain't gonna never fight nobody. That's what we can say. But I don't need to see it again, to be honest. I don't need to see the fight again. Do I think it's going Ryan Garcia do better? Yeah. A lot of times when you get when you lose when you lose you lose to a board in the video game like Super Mario, or you lose a part playing the campaign version of Call of Duty, and you do it again, you know what to expect. So you're gonna have a better outing. You should have a better outing. So I really don't need to see the version of Oscar Duarte versus Ryan Garcia. I didn't know much about Oscar Duarte going into the fight. So I didn't really need to see much more. Now, if he go out there, he beat Teofimo Lopez and looks spectacular doing it, then cool. Then cool. Then maybe that would pique my interest. But he ain't. I mean, beating Oscar Duarte, a guy that I didn't know nothing about, you know, and then he failed to show up and do anything of relevance. No, that's not gonna make me want to see that fight no more. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna make me, gonna want to see that fight more than what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Now you go out there, beat a Shakur Stevenson, you go out there, beat a Teofimo Lopez or something like that, then cool. Then we got action. But beating Oscar Duarte, there's not enough to make people want to make me want to see Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. I mean, he didn't do enough to make me want to see it the first time. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do enough to make you want to see it the first time. I don't know who Duran is. But he didn't make me want to see it enough the first time. He hadn't done anything. It was clear that he wanted to cash out. He fought an inferior opponent. Now they want to make it seem like he back. No, he go out there, beat a Shakur Stevenson. He go out there, beat a Devin Haney. He go out there, beat somebody of that ilk, Regis Progress or something like that. Then we can have that conversation of saying that, okay, cool, he back. I want to see that fight now. Then we can have that conversation. But you just beat Oscar Duarte? No. That's not good enough. Sorry, trick no good. And then the performance he had versus Tank Davis, how he stayed down and then get up. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do nothing that whole fight. He looked terrible. And all that, most of that, you can't blame that on the weight. You can't blame all that on the weight. He lacks skills. He lacks skills. And we all know it. He lacks skills. He lacks skills. He lacks skills. And he said, well, no, I'm going to take the sport more serious and this, that, and the third, bro. How you not taking a sport in which your life was on the line? How are you not taking that more serious? Somebody tell me that. How are you not taking this a sport in which your life is on the line? How are you not taking this serious? So no, he ain't done enough to make me think that he gonna do anything different in this fight coming up. Sorry, but not sorry. He's not done. He's not done enough. He's not done enough. So say what you want to say. People will say, well, I want to see this version. It's gonna be the same result. Maybe he might perform a little bit better, but also Tank Davis get a second look as well. So don't forget that Tank Davis get another look at Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia just ain't dedicated enough. Dedication is in this sport ain't something that you could just hit the switch on and say, well, now I'm dedicated. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Sorry. It don't work that way. It don't. So I mean, like I said before, he'd talk some shit. He'd talk some shit, and he'd talk some shit and try to get y'all more engaged and say, well, this is gonna be different and that gonna be different. I'm gonna do it. Ain't shit gonna be different. So hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.